Hi, I'm Angela Nicholson, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to set up and customize your Photoshop workspace. Let's start by taking a look at the Photoshop interface. At the top here we have the menu bar, and beneath it is the option bar, which shows you the various options for the tools that you select. So as you can see at the moment we've got the lasso tool selected, but if I go to the crop tool, you can see that the options change. On the left here we've got the toolbox, and as with the other panels in Photoshop you can position it wherever you want within the frame. So you just click and drag. You can also change its shape if you want, and just dock it somewhere convenient out of the way. On the right here we've got a series of panels, the workspace panels, which give you information about your image or allow you to adjust it. Up here in the menu bar we've got the workspace options. At the moment I've got Essentials selected, and you can see that allows me to see these panels here. If I click Design, the panels change, and Painting. If we just move to this arrow, double arrow here, we can see there's some more that are hidden, and I'm going to select Photography. Now if I go back to this double arrow and get the drop down list, I can reset the Photography workspace, and there it's gone back to the Photography workspace's default settings. As the last step would suggest, these default settings are just a starting point, and you can actually customize them to your own preferences. Now say for example I want to be able to see both the histogram and the navigation panel at the same time. I can just click on the navigation panel and drag it down, and there I can see it. Now I can save this as a preset workspace. All I have to do is go back to this double arrow and select New Workspace, and then I just give it a name. So I'm just going to call it Angela Photo, and then I just press Save. Now Angela Photo has been saved as one of the workspace options, so if I just click on Essentials you'll see it changes, but then I can go back to the one I set up. Now this workspace is fine, you've got access to all the important things that you need, but sometimes it's helpful to have a little less distraction or to make your image bigger, and for those occasions we've got the screen mode options. Now we're in standard screen mode, but if I click full screen mode with menu bar, you'll see just a little bit of the distracting information disappears. Now if I go to full screen mode, you see we've got the option, and there we go, we've got the image by itself. Now if I want to get out of that mode I just have to press F, and in fact you can toggle through the various options by pressing F. iPad users can download an app called Adobe Nav that enables them to have their toolbox on their iPad, and in order to do this they need to link Photoshop with their iPad, and you simply do that by clicking the remote connections options after you've downloaded the app. So you just add a password, and then when you open the app on your iPad you have to put that password in, and that'll link your iPad with Photoshop. This is obviously very useful when you're working in full screen mode, because you can't see the toolbox on screen. Instead you've got it on your iPad. Now we're going to take a look at Mini Bridge, which can be accessed just by clicking this icon here. Mini Bridge is a small version of Bridge which is actually located within Photoshop, so it loads quite quickly, and it's a really useful method of finding the images that you want to work on. As you can see you've got the usual options to find the folders that you want where you've stored your images. As with Bridge, Mini Bridge has a few features which are designed to make it easier to find the image you're looking for. For example, this funnel allows you to filter for various features such as the number of stars that you've given a particular image. As you might expect, just clicking on an image selects it, but if you hit the spacebar you get a full screen view of it. If you hit the spacebar again it just goes back to the former size. Now if you hit the spacebar and then hit the left or right buttons, you can actually scroll through all the images that you've got. Now as you might expect, double clicking on an image opens it in Photoshop. But if we click on another image and then go to Place in Photoshop, it opens that image as a smart object on top of the other image. And if we scroll down, you can see in the Layers palette that its name, this file name, has been kept as its layer name, which obviously makes life a lot easier when you're scrolling through lots and lots of layers. Now I'm just going to show you another feature of Photoshop's workspace. If I just open several images, now I'm just going to collapse Mini Bridge so it takes up less space, and then I can go up here and I can choose how I want to arrange the images. Another convenient thing is that if you want to zoom into an image to check its sharpness, for example, we can just zoom in like this and then go up here, and then if we click Match Zoom and Location, you'll immediately go to the same point and the same magnification in each of the images.